There, everyone. We are live right here in Costa Rica at the Rythmia Life Advancement Center. I just said to Jake, we're going live, and we're going live right now. I'm Kim Stanwood, Terranova. I have the joy of seeing you every week right here on this orange couch. But today, I have a blessing to bring with you is this beautiful soul, Jake, who is from Atlanta, had I don't know if I could package the word to describe her week, so I'm going to let her share that with you. But it was been an honor to be with her this week, so I couldn't wait to have you right here and talk to everyone. So I know I can't say it in one word, so just tell us how, in however many words you like, how are you feeling today?
So I've been walking around with just shivers. You know, I keep telling the staff that I want them to find some little job for me to do so I can just stay here.
Yes, we can. You better watch what you're asking for.
Exactly. But if if you've ever been through anything like this, because you've been through all this here before, it's almost impossible to describe.
Yes.
I've been a seeker my whole life. I love learning, and I've always known that I'm meant for more. Mm-hmm. This experience here and the way that it's put together is your success is built in.
Oof,
you are guaranteed. I mean, if you follow the way that this has all been laid out, there is a shift that happens that is almost not describable. And I've been through the workshops, I've read the books, and all of it's been beautiful and building to this point. But there's magic here, and there is such purpose and direction. And I think for me, when I truly learn to let go and flow with what has been researched and put together here, that's when I really saw my mirror. They talk about having a miracle, and it's hard to understand, coming from the busy lives that we all come from, what a miracle would even feel like. But all I can say that it is a knowing I am different, and I know myself. I had my 60th birthday here last Wednesday.
Oh my goodness. You didn't tell me that. I would have been singing to you all day long. Happy birthday.
And thank you very much. And it was like the happiest. And so I know some stuff, because it's not my, I'm not new here.
And you mentioned that. I think it's really important for people to know that Jake's journey has been a lifelong journey. You said you're a seeker. I've heard you express like you've had well-studied practice living a life of being spiritually awake and applying things in your life everywhere.
Yeah.
And when you say this was magic, there was another depth to coming to Rythmia, even with everything else you had that stabilizes and lifts this, right? So before we went on camera, you were describing like and I love that you said, what are you no longer carrying as you move into your life at home again? What did you leave here?
So, I realized that I had a lot of fear about the future, about things that are going on, about being a mother. I never imagined that I was going to be a mother. I've been in the music industry most of my life, and I had my first baby, my daughter Avalon, at 51 years old. I didn't think that was in the cards for me, but I just thought that because I was an older mother that I would just know what I was doing, and I would feel so confident. And if ever anyone wants to have a mirror held up to their life and their triggers and their fears and their, having a child that you are responsible for, all of a sudden I had 200 new fears at that point. And so just, am I going to be enough for her? Am I going to be a good mother? Am I going to set her up to win? All of these fears, and they follow you around daily. After this process, I try and call them up just to see, how do I still feel this anxiety? Like I used to have to wake up and meditate to bring my feet down to the ground so that I could regulate enough to just manage. That was my purpose for meditation. Me and Joe Dispenza,
Yes, love Dr. Joe. Yes, absolutely.
But the meditation wasn't just, it was so that I could function.
Yes, understood.
So now, when I call these thoughts up, when I think about my daughter, when I think about the future, it's no longer based in I can't call up the feelings.
So the fear, the anxiety that was lingering or living with you is now even when you look for it, it's not there.
Can't recall how that feels.
That's profound.
Yeah. And I used to be able to think about it and get myself whipped up about it, and it's it's erased. It's like a little bit of emotional amnesia.
Oh, I love that. It's erased. I ask everyone at the beginning of the week to start unpacking any, the trauma, the hurts, that it's safe to unpack. You not only unpacked, you cleaned house, erased it, and it's not even in your vicinity or your energetic vibration anymore.
That's right. So the power that I feel inside to go home and model this life for my daughter,
Oh, yes.
show her how, how to find this here on this earth. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, I know for myself, I want joy. I want to enjoy this life. I don't want to just survive it.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Absolutely.
And so this is what I feel like I get to go back home and do for the rest of my life. And and it's an instant shift. They say that the universe loves speed. That's never been my experience. The universe likes to take its time with me, and I have to learn several lessons over and over and over again. But I feel like this shift happened, and it happened quickly.
Yes.
And there's a knowing, like it's deep. The knowing is deep.
And I think you were so available, ready, willing, heart to know it was you're letting go. Whatever, just maybe didn't know how, but it occurred.
Yeah, that's
right?
Exactly correct.
It occurred.
Yeah.
So tell me, is there any miracle that pops out? Besides, that is so good that those things aren't present, but any other miracle that popped out any certain night for you that was just like things changed in this area of my life or anything else?
Well, absolutely. I think that as a mother and as a woman, I know that we often hold the details for the day to day, and I really learned how to truly let go of feeling like I need to control everything, because that's a lot of pressure for any human being. When you know that you're one with spirit and you know that you've made that connection, there is a trust about delineating even minor decisions. To make a decision, like, I don't know that a lot of us are taught how to make great, swift decisions. I never was. I had great decision makers in my family, and so they did it. So for me now, I feel like even in these few days that have passed since the major shift, that I am able to go, this is what I'm gonna do. This is I feel like my purpose is becoming much more clear. So this is beyond my feelings. This is about my life decisions. This is about my purpose. This is what I have to offer the world and myself and my family and my friends. This is about being in this work and in this world in a complete. I feel complete.
Oh,
that it's like the hugest relief ever.
That's something all of us wish to feel. Complete, free of fear, able to trust the decisions we make moment by moment. All of those being states are what we dream about.
Like nothing's missing.
Oh.
Before it's like there's got to be more. Where is it? It's over here. It's over here. It's over here.
And many of us could relate to that. Like, what's missing? Something doesn't feel right. I want more in life. So the process of this week, would you agree that it wasn't just one moment? Like, this was a process, right? From ceremony to ceremony. Tell us how you felt about the process of rythmia, the different classes, the flow.
Okay, so that I think is the most brilliant part of all, because we go through what we go through, and then we come together, we share, we learn from each other, but the way that we're led by the people here, like yourself, it ensures understanding and success. And every last detail, nothing seems to be much of an accident around here.
We're very intentional.
I was not interested in a roommate. I haven't done a roommate situation in a long time. My roommate is probably one of the most integral parts of my success.
Oh, that's glorious.
She's from Dubai, and we connected in such a way that we held each other through this situation. So many synchronicities, so many things that were the same about us. So you trust every factor of being here, from every person you meet on staff to the people that are chosen to be in your room with you. But and there were moments in in the different ceremonies where there was just like huge light bulb moments, huge, where it's like, oh my gosh, this is what happened at that point in my life, and it's brilliant. Um, but there is also the built-in, the science of how this is put together. How many people have been through this program and what we know about human nature and how everything works together. I just can't say enough beautiful things about the success that is built in for you here.
Beautiful. I love that.
Me too.
And thank you for coming to every class, and thank you for participating on every level.
Yeah.
When you were in between classes, in between yoga, in between, did you participate in the cleanse and the massage? Did you enjoy all those as well?
I made a choice when I came here that I was going to do everything.
Good.
I didn't miss anything. Perfect. I mean, the steam, the massages are beyond.
They're so good. They're so good.
They are not. It's not just physical. Every single person here is so tuned in, and they've all been through the program, which is beautiful too, because we know we're all of one accord.
Yes.
But just the massage, the beauty here, I don't think you can even. It looks beautiful in the photos, but until you're walking these grounds, the magic and the luxury and the beauty it's beyond anything you could capture on film. Do you not agree?
I not only do agree, but I'm bubbling up inside because there's so much. When I walk through here, I'm highly aware that everything's been prayed up. Like everything's been prayed up. Right. Every pathway, every tree that the macaws are talking to us at.
Right.
Every classroom that there's care and prayer to every detail of rythmia, which is why our miracle rate is what you're explaining, because there isn't anything left out. And I love that you're saying that it's just built in.
Well, and it comes back to one of your favorite words, intention. Everything is intentional here. Everything. And you feel that.
Yes.
Which is what leads to the safety of also being here.
Yes.
You can be vulnerable and still feel like, ooh, I don't know. You feel so held here in safety. I never once felt nervous about, oh, should have I come here? Is this the right?
I want you to hear that. It felt so safe when we're putting our hearts out on the mat, on the table, in classroom, and you felt safe.
Yeah, absolutely. Unbelievable. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Did we feed you enough good food?
Oh my gosh, the food. Okay, and then let's talk about that, because the food is outrageous. I've grown up with foodies all around me, so I've always had access to some pretty incredible dining experiences. The food is extraordinary. I didn't expect it to be so flavorful, honestly.
Because it's so healthy, and so, yes, you don't think so, and it is.
And healthy, and you feel that clean food in your body.
Yeah.
I've had some digestive problems in the past where I'd, eat something and then just kind of feel a little uneasy. There is not one meal that has had that effect on my body. And that has been a general consensus among some of the other people that I've spoken to.
And I've been here since we opened, and I still tell you, I can't wait to get to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I know this pasta. I've seen it for years, but it's different today, and it's scrumptious every day.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Oh, we're so glad. Okay, Jake, what else? What else do I want to ask you? Anything else you want to express before I ask you more questions? Because I have 2 more.
I think I love process. When I was trying to have my baby at 51, we had a 5% chance. And, we were like, yay, it's not 0. But it was 5%. And we found some incredible healers and people to walk alongside us through our fertility journey. But it was about making sure that you listen to every direction that came our way. For me, my integrative doctor said, I've never had a patient who has actually done everything I've asked of them. And so I took that along with me here. And I think if I was going to talk to anyone out there and say, yes, come, that's not the question. The question is, when you get here, being committed to every single thing that is asked of you or offered to you, because it's, nothing is asked of you. You're
Nothing's
offered.
forced, you're
Yeah,
offered, right.
everything is an offering.
Yes, yes.
But to take advantage of every offering just builds and builds and builds the strength and the power of this program.
You answered one of my questions before I
Okay.
asked you. You did that psychically. That was beautiful. Thank you. I hope you all caught that, because I was going to ask you, what would you say? And you just said it. So this question is specific because you are a wonderful mom. What would you say is going to be the difference in your parenting? Because so many people that come, there's moments that people will be here and say, Kim, I'm away from my kids. I should be home. And I'll look at them and say, this is one of the best gifts you could give your children for you.
Mm-hmm.
But what would you say to individuals as a parent that the change for you, how will that impact your child?
Yeah. I cleared space.
Mm.
When I am up to here with my own worries and my own fear, what room do I have to be available to my child? I think, we can't go back and redo, but that's okay because she gets to see the difference in me.
Yes.
She saw me before. She this child looks at me sometimes and says, Mommy, you got your scary face. And I feel it. I'm like, oh, yeah. This space can get scary because it's full. Trying to figure it all out. When we clear space, like I can breathe. I cannot wait to look directly into her little face and just say, you see the difference, don't you? So I think, as parents, we have a tendency to feel guilt and shame and all these things about, I should have done this, or did I damage her some way, this way or that?
Right.
And I don't have to ask that anymore. I get to say, she got to see me before, and she loves me from before.
Yes.
But she is going to see a difference in her mom, and the time that I have, and the ability that and that's another thing, like taking time.
Yes.
Right. We're such a hurry. Got to get this done. Mommy, can you play? No, got to get this done. I'm making dinner. But all this stuff. And now, what the answer is? Yeah. Yes, I've got time to do that, because we do have time. What is time here on this planet?
Yes.
So I also, I became certified as a parent coach in the Jai Institute for Parenting because I cared about brain development and how I show up for my child.
Yes.
This has taken it to a whole new level of understanding.
Beautiful.
Yeah. For parents, I'd say, oh my goodness, as a parent, this is a gift for yourself and for your children both. Because who doesn't, so many parents say this to me, you're going to blink and they're going to be asking for the car keys. And I'm like, ooh, This is an opportunity to say, no, I'm going to be present through all of this for myself, because this is my life here.
Yes.
And I'm going to offer that to my child. So incredible for parents.
Thank you. And I wanted to ask you that because of that point, that I really believe that conscious parenting it's like the most important job on the planet right now.
Yeah.
And when we can grow, I also believe we get to create safety to grow in the presence of our children. We don't just think they're growing.
Yes.
Like, we get to create safety that it's okay to look at them and say, thank you for loving me at all phases. And yes, I just learned a lot in the last week, and I can't wait to share it with you.
Well, and this is where Avalon and I are. This child is, I'm sure she's been around a couple of times, but I will say to her, like, I'll maybe snap at some point, and then I'll stop and I'll say, oh, hold up, I can do that. Let me do it again, Avalon.
Yes. Yeah.
Hang on, right now in real time.
Yes.
I'm going to show you what it looks like.
Yes.
To say, let me try again.
Beautiful.
And show her how to try again. Mm-hmm. But sometimes when you are so emotionally stacked, that's a tall order. Mm-hmm. So going back with this peace and knowing and this open space in my brain and in my heart, she's going to get to see what it looks like to transform. And I hope that it encourages her throughout the rest of her life to say, I remember my mom going and doing this thing. And I hope that it gives her courage to be brave and do stuff like this. Because, for me, I can't remember the last time I took a trip on my own, let alone on my birthday. So to get on that plane, just me knowing that I was coming somewhere to do something this huge was exciting and a little nerve-wracking and worth it all.
What a birthday present.
And I saw the new people coming in, and I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm
You're so
a
excited.
little
for
jealous
that.
of your
Yes.
experience because I want to just be walking in the door. It's that huge.
So everyone, please wish this beautiful woman a happy birthday. I'm
Thank you. I feel
so grateful to you.
Oh,
Thank you for
Mhm.
sharing yourself. This is the joy that's exuding out of Jake right now is so evident for all the guests that move through this program in their own unique way.
Yeah.
So your articulation of how it is for you, I honor and I thank
Oh,
you. Brilliant.
thank you so much. What a
So-
pleasure.
It's been a joy. Thank you. All right, everyone, have a great day. Hope we get to come see, or you get to come see us here at the Rythmia Life Advancement Center. I'm starting off a great week because I'm the guest speaker this week, so I get to be with all those people that are just walking in the door all week long, and I'm honored and I love it, and I'd love to support you in your transformation. So come see us and have a beautiful day. All right, signing off from our wonderful time together. Ciao.